Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is my second attempt at this film because the software messed up. Everything got out of sync. So, in all honesty, I've got to start again. I've got to pull all over again. It was a beautiful reading. Anyway, it's a daily reading for Monday, the 26th of October. Let's see what we get. Major Arcana reading. It's so nice. It's so nice. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Not quite as joyously optimistic as the one I got before, which is very unusual for me. Okay, got the Magician. So, what can be done? The spirit of, can do. The spirit of making, doing, manifesting, concretizing from the mind into the material, transmuting thought into matter. We have the Tower in the reverse. Now, there was a very strong feeling in the one I did before about where the software went wrong. There was a very strong feeling of some kind of crisis thing having happened, and that we were in the aftermath of that. So I'm going to take this Tower in reverse as a reflection of that. We also have the Hierophant in the reverse. So perhaps there's been a release. I'm going to say this. Perhaps there's been a release of a set of beliefs, a release of beliefs that for some reason or another no longer fit. They perhaps won't do the job anymore. And I know that sounds sort of rather horrible, kind of instrumentalist sense of beliefs, but we do hold the beliefs that suit us. And perhaps there has come a situation, a development, a karmic unfolding, wherein a set of beliefs that worked for us no longer do. And that can be a bit shattering sometimes, even if it's a natural enough evolution, when we let go of a set of beliefs about something or about someone, or about ourselves or about life. Clearly, it has to happen. It's a natural. It's like a butterfly hatching from a chrysalis. Okay, but it's a good thing, but it can be quite painful. That process of breaking open the chrysalis, the carapace, or the egg cracking, so that the fledgling can come out for a new life. It can be quite shattering. But when it's time for something new to be birthed and made and done and manifested, and as I say, transmuted from thought into matter, from theory into practice, from vision into reality, when it's time, it's time. My partner's niece is having her first baby right now. Right now. We say a little prayer for her. Okay, crowning off this quartet, we have the Hanged Man. So now in the first reading there was temperance and then there was strength. And this was about reflection and consideration and sifting through the aftermath of something. And I'm seeing that here again in the Hanged Man. We are in a position to move forward, and there might be some real excitement about that. It's always exciting when something new births into reality. Comes out of the other realm into this one. It's always exciting. It just is. But there's a little note of caution here on the table, because it might be worth just taking a little bit of time, like the Temperance card I had in the previous reading, taking a little bit of time to just sift and look at it this way and look at it this way before acting upon it. You've got to give a little bit of time for things to for a membrane to kind of form over something. Because when something is new, especially when a set of beliefs has been left behind or abandoned or perhaps even rejected, there can be very good reason for it, but it can leave us feeling a little bit raw. For a useful scab to form over that, sometimes a little bit of time just out of the flow of things, and it can be useful. And what we see here in the Hanged Man is the blood rushing to the head. This is a chosen action. He hasn't been put here against his will. He's chosen to come up here to see things from another angle. So perhaps just a little before rushing into Oh Brave New World, which is clearly possible, perhaps just a little bit of time to just let the dust settle. Let the dust settle from whatever it is. How funny. Strength. Okay, there we go. This was present in the previous one that went wrong. It was the software, it wasn't me, it was the software. So strength, yeah. The beliefs we hold that are represented by the Hierophant here in the reverse are held by us because they are useful to us. They work for us in some way. And it's really funny, this process, because we can hold a set of beliefs about something or about ourselves even for an extended period of time, and they get put in place by various experiences, actions, decisions, and assumptions often, and they can be put in place by others, especially during childhood. And I'm getting this really strongly here, really strongly. And when we overcome by whatever process, that kind of childlike mindset of basically believing, and we don't even realize we believe what we were told until for some reason we question it. And when that happens, and perhaps we then decide that what we believed, what we were told, isn't actually right for us. It can be quite shattering, but it's hugely liberating. And what it leads to is the understanding that the inner child, the inner toddler, the inner rampant toddler that has huge demands to make, and that is represented by the wild creature here, the lion. Sooner or later, we have to take charge of that ourselves. When we are a toddler, it's our parents and carers who do that, and they make a good or not so good job of doing that. And quite often, what they tell us and how they kind of mediate that toddler motivation that we have when we are toddlers, the way that they manage that is really kind of done in their own interests and not ours. So what we have here is a taking charge of ourselves in that respect and becoming our own good parent. And once we have understood that it is possible for us to be our own good parent, and that the beliefs that we hold might be useful to a certain extent for us, or the beliefs that we held, Hierophant in the reverse, might, as I say, to a certain extent be good for us, but might actually have been constructed and put in place in us in the interests of the one who put them there, rather than our own. Once we understand that and accept that and forgive that, okay, we then are in a position to really, with a greater degree of confidence and joy in the future. I mean, look at him. He is so looking forward to doing his magic. Yeah, and that's what it is. That's what it is manifesting reality from an idea. And that's what I've said before in films. Every man-made thing that we see around us began as an idea, a thought form, a spark of something in someone's mind. And that's the awesome power of human beings, is this capacity to transmute from in to out. Extraordinary. If only we understood what we have. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, leave a comment if you would like to. That would be lovely. And I'll see you again soon for another reading. Namaste.